this is the second class of Nuke tutorial, and before going for the further things, let's understand the difference between Nuke, NukeX and Nuke Studio. So the Nuke is a fundamental and basic version of NukeX. So it is having some basic thing, not advanced things. For example, you cannot do 3D camera tracking inside the Nuke. So it is just a basic version of, or you can say the free version of NukeX. So it is missing some advanced tools in it. Now the second thing is NukeX. NukeX is the software that most people are going with, because this is the world's greatest compositing software, node-based compositing software. So we are also our classes is also going on with NukeX, because NukeX, whatever things are available in Nuke, that all things are available in NukeX, plus it is also having some more advanced tools in it. Now we are talking about what is Nuke Studio. This is more like DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro, because this is like editorial software, okay? But don't think this is just doing editing kind of thing. Whatever NukeX can do, Nuke Studio can do as well, because Nuke Studio has built-in NukeX inside, okay? So you can jump over timeline, and same time you can jump over node graph area. So this Nuke Studio also having NukeX plus whatever functions inside the fundamental Nuke. So the Nuke Studio is the heavy version of Nuke and plus NukeX, okay? So if you do not want to make your video in editing way inside the Nuke, then you can avoid this version of Nuke. You do not need it anymore. If you want just composite your video, and if you want to give your video final touch by using different software such as Premiere Pro, and DaVinci Resolve is the greatest program out there, then you do not need a Nuke Studio anymore, okay? So we'll just focus on NukeX, because you might have some confusing when you installed the software in your computer, and when you are going to purchase this software from the Foundry website, then you might have some confusion what kind of software you should buy. Nuke is very affordable price. You can buy almost, you can get some trial version for Nuke, because it's just a basic version of a NukeX. By the other hand, NukeX is an advanced version of the compositing software. And finally, Nuke Studio is the greatest version of including all the tools in it, such as editorial and node graph as well. So we'll start with NukeX, okay? So we'll continue our next classes with NukeX. Okay, in this NukeX tutorial, we'll go deeply with read and write node. What they do actually, you can import your video, and finally you can export by using write node. If you have experience with Fusion Studio, then I forgot the node name. Yeah, saver, yeah. The same thing happened with the saver node inside the Fusion Studio. So let's understand how to import the media file or anything. It can be photo, it can be video, or it can be an image sequence. So you got so many methods to import some media file inside the NukeX, okay? You can use a traditional way by dragging and dropping the things inside the NukeX, or you can just you can import the read node, and you can reach to your location where your video is, and from there you can directly import by using read node. So first I'm going to discuss about the traditional method. Go to the image toolkit, and here you'll got the read node, or you can just hit the tab key from your keyboard, but make sure your cursor is in the node graph area, and here you need to press the tab key. And if you remember the node name, then you can type read. And when you will press the enter to import that node, it will send you in a read file for the directory. Okay, and from here you can go to your video or media file location. For example, I need to go to F, and here we have footage somewhere. Video for test, maybe here. Background.move, best key, green skin. Okay, maybe this one. If you will, for example, you cannot see the preview here, what kind of video or footage or image sequence you're gonna import here. So just simply click on this little black arrow, and it will give some, like this way, a preview screen here. Not only screen, you can go, it is also providing like something like timeline kind of thing, and you can see the frame ranges also there, from frame 1 to 339 something. Okay, and if you want to import your file, multiple file at the one time, then you can click next. Then the NukeX will save that previous file as well as your new file you want to import. Okay, for example, I want to import this file, this video file, and I will click on next. And now it is asking what next file you want to import at the same time. If you will click directly open, then it will just import your one file here. So I'm gonna select this image, the background image here, and if I will click next again, then the NukeX will ask what is the third file you want to import here at the same time. But I do not want to go for more, 2 files is enough for me. As you can see, this is just a photograph, or it is just a PNG. No, it's a JPEG. Yes, JPEG format image. So it is not having any timeline here. As you can see, frame 1 and out the last frame is also 1. So this is just a JPEG file. Okay, and now simply I will click on open. As you can see, here we have imported 2 different media files by using read node. As you can see, read 1 and read 2. Because why it happened? Because we have clicked on the next, and then finally we have selected the open. Okay, and because my video is suited in 180 resolution is a 180 pixel, then and our display is set at 2K resolution. So first we have to go to first I need to click here 1, because I do not want here some rush kind of thing. Okay, so now we have to make this display resolution according to our video. So simply I will go to edit and project setting, and here I will type also my video frame rate. It is 29.97. okay, and my video resolution is HD 180. okay, 1920 into 180. And now simply I will connect to our viewer node, and here we can see the output of the image. And now I want to simply I want to give some for example some text on it, because it is just a basic tutorial. So text is here, and give something like this way, and add also here one transform node, because we want to make changes on our text. So connect this transform node to the text node, and here we can also connect this transform node to the viewer node. Okay, and now we need one merge node because we want to merge this video and the text together. So merge. In the previous video we already have learned about B is for background and A is for foreground. Nothing changes because our viewer node is connected to the transform node, to the text transform node here, so it is showing only a text on the display. So now I'm going to disconnect this viewer node from the transform node and connecting to the merge node, and here we go. We have simply composite the two things. Okay, so our background is a video and the text is on the foreground. And now you want to export this whole things. How you will export? So NukeX allow you to export in various formats, such as the great options available for image sequence, and one format is also available for video format. So you can also export your footage or your things or your compositing in the video format, and same time you also can export this thing in an image sequence. To export this we need a write node. Okay, but remember, viewer is just used to view everything. This node is not important for anything. It doesn't do anything. Okay, it doesn't give your final things. Okay, this viewer node just used to view the things. If I will disconnect the viewer node, but the things is already there. Okay, whatever compositing you did, the things is already there, but because our display is just a blank, there is nothing to see. So because of this blanking thing, we are having some doubt whether our compositing is going on right way or not. So this is the reason we use the viewer node to view everything in what is going on in the backdrops. Okay, so viewer is not important node, remember this. Okay, it is just important to view things. Okay, but once you view everything and now you can remove your viewer node, it doesn't matter. Still you can save your final compositing, and you can see after giving some format, and you can see this final result in some another media players. Okay, and now people have sometimes make mistakes. They make mistake, they always connect the saver node, because saver is used in Fusion Studio. Here the node is used write node. Write node means we want to make this compositing in output. Okay, so I'm again going to the image toolkit. Here you will get the write node. Okay, or you can simply press the tab from your keyboard and type here write. Okay, so your write node is here. Now people are confused sometimes where we have to connect a write node. So remember, where your viewer node is connected, at the same node you have to connect your write node. Okay, so whatever your viewer node can view here, the final result, the same thing it will come in output. For example, if you will put your write node on the transform node, and now you don't know what output will come from this connection, then simply you can disconnect your viewer node and connect to the transform node. Now you can say that the write will give this output only text. There will not be any background kind of thing. So wherever the viewer node is connected, always remember, or wherever your final node is giving some final compositing, your right node should connect it at the same node, okay, like this way. And now we have to give some settings for right node, okay, because the rendering inside the NukeX is too complicated, okay. Don't take it in an easy way. If you made some mistakes by rendering or some settings or by giving some parameters, this NukeX will give always some errors, okay. And the first thing we got here, right inside the right node, inside the right tab, we got some channels. Channels means the colors, the three colors work in a monitor, you know, RGB, red, green, blue, okay. And at the same time, if you want some transparency image, or if you do not want the background, you want only the foreground, then you can select your channel as a RGBA. So A means alpha. Alpha is there. Alpha make your in your foreground the transparency, okay. So for example, if you want only export this text and you do not want this black background with your text, you want to export only your text, then you must have select your channel RGBA, okay. Alpha must be there if you want some transparency in your final result. So this is just a final compositing, and here you want background as well. So here you do not need to worry about the channels. You can select RGB or RGBA, doesn't matter, okay. And now the second thing is here, where you want to save your file. Give the location for that. So I just simply click on that folder icon here, as you can see. And because I love to save everything on the desktop, because desktop is easy to access the file, okay. So I will save this thing on my desktop, okay. And as you can see, the directory is here, C/user/all-user, and then desktop, and then /. Here you need to give your file name. So what will be the output file name? For example, just I want to give the text testing, okay. And now the only testing is not enough here. This is the problem in NukeX. Now for example, you need to decide at what format you want. You want to export this final compositing in video format, or you want to export in the image sequence, okay. So for example, I will go to the file type, okay. Here you got all the options like DPX, EXR, HDR, JPEG, MOV. Here we got only one video format, MOV, or it is also called it's an Apple company, you know, what is that, I don't know, Times, something like that. Okay, I forgot the name, but yes, the MOV is also work like MP4 or something like that way, okay. So you got only one option to export your video in a video format, and the other format, all the format is like image sequence. So I will tell you the both option, how you can export for video format and how you can export for your image sequence. So first I'm gonna export this as a video format here, okay. Once I have selected my file format as a video format here, MOV, and it will give some more options. So what codec you want, you can select your codec. The most people are going with H.264, but you can go Apple ProRes. It's a high-end quality of your video, okay. But if you want with compression, if you want to go with compressor, compressed file, then you can go with h.264. It's a great output for YouTube or for anywhere you want to post it. Otherwise, if you want to go with uncompressed file, this will be the huge file the output will be in a huge file, okay? So it must be in a 50 GB or 55 GB, even it doesn't matter. The frame is only 339, okay? So if you want in that way, you can go uncompressed file as well. So every time people just select it, even in Apple ProRes or h.264, because this is easily accepted by the YouTube or some other social media networks. So I'm going to select h.264 format and the frame per second again. This is very important thing. If you are doing some 3D camera tracking kind of thing, then your frame rate must match with your video, okay, at the final time. So if you do not want some bad output from your compositing, then my frame per second is 29.97. it automatically detect actually. And the codec profile, you can go with 8-bit and main or high, it doesn't matter, both are same, okay? And the quality, I'm going with high or best. You can choose the best, okay? Or you can go some custom also. If you have some knowledge about the video quality, then you can go custom, and there you can tweak the things. You just explore by yourself. So I'm going with best. And after we are almost there, we got some metric option as well. So always choose here rack 709, okay? This is also important. Audio file, because this is just a NukeX, and NukeX is a compositor software, so audio is not important here, okay? Because you are playing here with video only. And now finally, if you want to jump on some advanced tools, then you can also play around with the advanced tools, but here I'm not going with that. And finally, you got render option. And now look at there. If I will click on render, it will give another tab here, and in input it's saying you are going to render out these things from 1 frame to 339 frame, okay? Do you want to use proxy? Then if you will check mark on the proxy, then same time you need to give the directory for proxy as well, but this is not important, please don't do this. And the last option you got, continue on error. So this is, I don't know why they gave this option. This option means your render will continue even there is some error, okay? When you are so happy, oh, I finally rendered out my video, but after rendering out everything, it's rendered from 1 frame to 339 frame, and then after it is showing, after rendering, full video rendering, it is showing some error, and then it's mass everything, okay? What I'm trying to say, just try to understand. So always uncheck this continue on error. Don't continue with an error, okay? And when I will click on OK, now look at that error, okay? NukeX will definitely give an error because I made some mistake, and later I will tell you what I made mistake, okay? Look at that, look at this. If you got this type of error and it is not exporting your video or it is not rendering thing out, so what is the mistake here? Right node is saying that could not deduce output format from the file extensions. So your software or these, as you can see here, is error, okay? So your software is saying indirectly that, or the right node is saying he don't know, or this node does not know at what format you are going to export your video. Even we have selected the format move. Now how to fix this problem? Just jump over the file directory here. As you can see, we are going to save our file here on desktop, and we also give the file name testing, and now we have to give the format as well here. So what format we are going to export? In MOV. So we have to type here in small letters, don't go with capital letters, okay? We have to type here .mov, okay? And now just click on save, and now when you will hit on render, and again don't uncheck mark, always uncheck mark with use proxy, and this continue an error, okay? This is, I don't know, this is a worst option from the NukeX. I don't know why they gave it. Click on OK, and it started rendering your video, okay? As you can see, progress here, or this progress tool, okay? Just cancel it. And you can see this video is also saved here on desktop, okay? And now the second thing is how you can export your video in image sequence. Okay, go to the Nuke, and here in the right node we have to jump on the file directory, okay? Okay, I'm gonna give the output, the image sequence output in F drive, okay? And here I'm gonna just create one folder name, and I want to give the folder name like sequence for SIC, SC C. Okay, so the file F, the local drive F, and then slash SIC sequence, and here I want to give the name, for example, testing. And now this is very important, listen that, otherwise there will not be any output result in image sequence. What you need to do, after giving your file name, you have to give underscore, okay? Underscore. And for example, your frame rate, your total frame is 339, and 339 means it's a 3-digit, 339, it's 3-digit, okay? And if your video is in 3-digit, then you have to give 3 pounds. If you're living in some Asian countries like India or somewhere, then this thing is called has, okay? Then you have to type has according to your frame digits, okay? For example, if your video total frame is 1000, then 1000 means there is a 4-digit inside the 1000, 1000, okay? In this situation, you must have to type these pounds in 4-digit format, okay? So even it doesn't matter if, for example, if my video is in 3-digit format and it goes up to 339 frames, but even I can select here infinite hashtags or infinite I don't know, this pounds, okay? So it doesn't matter. But if your video frames is going up to 1000, then it's in this situation you cannot go with 3 hashtags, okay? So always remember, this will be the format when you are going to export your video in image sequence. And now hit on save, and give the file type. For example, do you want to export in a JPEG or PNG or TIFF file or TAGA or something like that way? Then TIFF file is very famous, and it is having also nice database with it, okay? And some the EXR format is also popular, but most of the people select here, for common people select PNG, and I'm going PNG as well. And here you can select the bit rate of your image. You want 8-bit or 16-bit, okay? And finally you can click on render, okay? And again your progress has been started. Okay, so this way you can import your video and export your video from NukeX.